Hi, this is Rachelle, and we are at the backyard. Another episode here, and I am here with Chef Vicky.
Hey, how are you?
I'm so happy to have you here. It's been a long time coming.
Thank you for having me. Yes,
You're welcome.
I've been waiting for this.
You and I have done a couple of projects together already, and we're due to do more.
Exactly.
Right?
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. So, Chef, talk to me. What made you become a chef?
Man, the love of food, love of people, love of family. Because food, to me, is at the center of everything. You know, that's what brings people together. And I grew up around food, around family. And through volunteering and getting into the business of food, and I realized very early on that about 2005 that I belonged in there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
But besides being a chef, you have your master's degrees in nutrition, no?
Yes, my master's degree in dietetics and nutrition.
Yeah. So you are definitely a trailblazer in your industry, and you own Pro Kitchen Hub.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So you got a whole lot of stuff that you're doing. Talk to me about Pro Kitchen Hub.
Well, Pro Kitchen Hub is a shared commercial kitchen. We are a culinary incubator for other people in the industry, other chefs, bakers, anybody with products who want to innovate, create, and we're there to give them that platform. So we're a 7,400 square foot facility, open 24/7, and we have over 80 different companies that cook out of there. And so we are at the forefront, the cutting edge of helping all these companies start at their rate and then move up and eventually get out of our facility to open their own. So we're moving a lot of small businesses.
You do a lot of mentoring with them too, right?
Oh yes.
Oh yeah.
A lot of mentoring. Because people come with an idea. The food industry is so broad, and everyone, whether you're trained or not, it's always at the center. So people usually, hey, I can make a soup, I can make a sauce, my grandmother's recipe, and people will tell you, hey, your food is good. Why don't you open a business with it? And when they come in front of it, they don't necessarily know what to do, and that's why we're there.
So tell me, wow, there's so much. I think it's amazing. So tell me, at what point of your journey that you realize, wow, I am doing my calling, what I was meant to do? What was a defining moment for you?
Well, for me, the defining moment was when I went through school and it was time for me to kind of branch out and segue into the industry. I did a little bit of the industry, and I didn't quite like what I was seeing, especially for women and women of color or Caribbean women, in terms of being on top, of being executive or anything like that. And I realized that I belong in the food industry and to help others by creating opportunities. And so after I graduated with my master's, I was looking for a kitchen and I couldn't find any. And that's when I realized, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to be on the solution-driven part. And yes, being a chef, that doesn't necessarily mean you need to be a restaurateur or a caterer. There's space for you to become a solution-driven person and to help the industry move along. And that's how I knew that I had a space in it more so, and to continue there.
Wow.
Yeah, it gets deeper.
Yeah. Well, we need another day, right?
Yeah, we need a whole day for that. But I am really living my truth and what I was called to be. Yeah.
So, okay, so with all this greatness, right? We all know that it doesn't come without a price of some sort of, and when I mean a price, I'm referring to a price of like a setback type of price or some type of obstacle of some sort. What have you encountered in terms of like setbacks during your process of becoming Chef Vicky? The entrepreneur.
Well, big difference, right? Because you have Chef Vicky, you have Vicky the mom, you have Vicky the wife, you have Vicky the entrepreneur, you have Vicky the mentor, you have Vicky the daughter, and I have to compartmentalize everything. And the whole thing has been for me planning. Being an entrepreneur, being able to manage my time efficiently, being able to be at my kids' school when I need to be, being able to be at the business when I need to be. And I think my sleep has gotten the worst of it, I think, because I really function up until 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, and I'm up again by 7:30. So that's how I've been functioning, and it's quite frankly starting to take a toll as I get older. But now I'm starting to kind of like do the work-life balance.
So what did you have to put in place to ensure that you get the work-life balance for yourself?
Now you're tricking me with that question. What did I have to put in place? I have a village between my husband, my mother-in-law, the family. Those are my soldiers. They're my village. They believe in me, and they pick up the slacks where I can't pick it up, and I appreciate it. And also structured my kids to be independent also. They know how to cook, they know how to clean, they know how to do their laundry, so they understand, hey, mom is a working mom, and we're a food family. We travel, we do this, we do that, so all hands on deck. So that's what I have had.
Because I know, like me working with a lot of entrepreneurs in the work that I do, it's one of the things that we talk a lot about. It's like, how do you get women that are entrepreneur or business women or working women to really understand that you can indeed do all these things. It's a matter of creating the platform and the setting the right, plan to tap into all these roles. But it's possible.
It's possible. You have to have a team. You have, whether it's your husband, you have to be in sync.
Yes.
And it's not just in sync with your spouse. You have your partner, your family, your kids. They have to understand. It's sitting at the kitchen table and saying, okay, today, Christian, I started the meat, you're going to finish it. And coming home and knowing that everybody is going to eat, because if I'm not there, then the world has to keep on moving. If I'm traveling, they have to keep functioning. So it's just everybody, all hands on deck, really.
That's beautiful.
And not feeling guilty about it. To me, that's the biggest thing.
Have you ever get a moment where you felt
all the time. All the time. Because I'm a selfless type of person. I think about everybody else. I grab everyone's problem, putting it on my back. But I've had to scale back and say, you know what? You're doing the best you can. Kids are growing well. Your husband is happy. I think, at least I know.
Oh, he is.
I'm praying every day that I fulfill my role. But then it's about not feeling guilty. And it's ultimately about you and the way you perceive yourself. And being okay.
That's actually good. It's good to hear, and I'm hoping that the audience hears this, right? Because again, we get stuck on thinking that we can't do certain things because we feel that we don't have the time, or we don't have the support system, or we don't have the know-how, or I don't know where to start and how to go about doing it. And I have so many things on my plate. How am I going to do all of it? But it is possible. It
is possible. Socially, you might become a little awkward to some, but everybody's on your journey with you. They understand and they fall in line. And having someone like you also that can call, say, hey, this is happening. How do I deal with this? So that has been a great help. It takes a village to be a greater person. You can't do it alone. And if you think you can do it alone, you're mistaken.
Well, it's an honor. Thank you. Thank you. So let me ask you something else. Now, you have an audience listening to you right now. And again, a lot of us out there are either trying to find ourselves, trying to connect to their purpose, trying to see, they've had dreams and aspiration. For whatever reason, life has taken them in different spaces where they were not able to fulfill it, or responsibilities. And you have others that are just like stuck, not knowing what to do or where to start. What advice do you have for them?
Wow, that's a multifold question. I've been stuck. I've been creative. I've been looking for solutions. So I've gone through all of it. The whole thing for me has been from the time dating my husband to getting married to becoming the woman that I've become. It's about being goal-driven. And not just goal, not creating a set of goals, but having a plan that's attached to it. From buying our first home to making investments to deciding to go back to school, everything has had to have a set of goals and a set of plans and an action plan. And not to say, okay, I have these goals, I want to do this, and then you sit on it and hoping that God will provide. God will give you the ability, but you have to do the work. And it will, every day you have to do a little bit in it in order for you to get closer to that goal. I'm still not there yet. I am on that journey and understanding that you will learn more through your failures, your setbacks, than everything being peachy and great all the time. I've learned more throughout my journey about people, about the process, and still waiting for it to flourish. So it's about enjoying it. It's about setting those goals and working at it a little bit at a time every single day, and not to forget yourself. That's
key.
all I could.
I'm going to throw a little curveball here, Jessica. We're about to end, but I want to ask you. You're Haitian. You're from Haiti.
Yes, born and raised.
Born and raised. Has being Haitian affected your career in any way, negative or positive?
Being born and raised from Haiti has given me a sense of pride. Knowing where I come from, what our ancestors did, what my grandparents and what the people before us did, what they did, gave me a sense of responsibility. And understanding that I don't have the option to fail. I have the option to take what they've created and to run with it and to make them proud. And I live by those principles so that I never fall back into forgetting where I come from. Because as Haitians, being the first, coming from a country that we were the first black, people to be free, there is a sense of pride in that, although it's crazy, but that has paved the way for me. And so, and on a negative sense, is just people have the wrong ideas about Haitian. You don't look Haitian, or how come your hair is curly? You look Dominican, or you look Puerto Rican. And I was like, so always something. And I've just gone above that and presented myself in a prideful way and showcased and represented my country and won an award for the cooking industry. And so just always paying it forward and always showing that us Haitian, we are educated, we are smart, and we are not what the media or anybody else portray us to be.
Awesome.
Rising above it. Yeah.
Great. You are a breath of fresh air. Thank you.
Thank you
I
for
know
having
that
me.
Not knowing what we're stepping into can be a little challenging. We worry a little bit, but you did a phenomenal job.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for blessing me
So did you.
with your presence, because I think that there's so much that can be learned from you. And I hope that the audience at large have taken in most of the information shared here by Chef Vicky. She is a trailblazer. She's doing a lot of stuff. She's an impactor. And there's so much to learn. And again, if we've done it, if she's done it, we all can. There's possibilities out there. You just have to believe in yourself and trust the process and know that you have a gift within, right?
I feel like I'm at church, but that's awesome.
Well, hey, that's what I do. That's what I do.
That's awesome.
We all have our skills, right?
Me too. I mean, this is great.
We all have a gift within. It's a matter of tapping into it and trying to push through and pull through and get inspired by women, or if it's, or men out there that are doing similar things as what you would like to see happen and emulate their style and their path.
May I say, I was saved by my confidence. And for any women who are listening, it's about knowing your worth, believing in who you are, and having the confidence to carry it through. And to me, that's it.
Thank you.
Amen. Awesome.